In the aftermath of U.S. Ukraine summit talks falling through, the Trump administration has continued its all-out offensive against President Zelensky, even hinting at the possibility of replacing Ukraine's leader.
미국과 우크라이나의 정상회담이 파국으로 막을 내린 뒤 트럼프 행정부가 젤렌스키 대통령을 향한 공세를 이어가고 있습니다. 우크라이나의 지도자 교체까지 시사하고 나섰습니다. Okay, so it seems that this video. I saw the video. It was very, very hard to watch.
Yeah, it was very tense. As a viewer, it was very awkward. And we actually have a clip of it that we can listen to.
All right, so let's take a listen. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness.
A very tense situation was not planned, obviously. I'm sure,
it started okay.
Right, usually. And I assume when leaders of different countries, behind closed doors,
Right.
in
This was
private,
on national TV.
this was live.
This was live.
It wasn't even like a recording that came out later. People were watching this in real time. 실시간에 볼 수 있는 거였는데.
정말 보기 힘들었어요.
Yeah, in the United States right now, this is a huge deal.
Oh, big deal.
Right? Of course, politically, if you already supported Trump, you like this moment.
Right.
If you do not support Trump, you think this is an awful moment.
Right.
But whichever way you fall, so to speak, everyone is talking about this moment.
Right. And the way that Trump, the words that he uses are really strong. Don't tell us. He kept saying, don't tell us. And then he's like, you're in no position.
Yeah.
These are kind of fighting words.
Yeah, it was, we use the word like to speak diplomatically.
Yes.
뭐 외교적으로 말하는 것도 있잖아요.
Yes.
This was definitely not speaking diplomatically.
No.
This is very strong.
Tell us what happened.
So, of course, we have talked about the U.S. asking specifically for Ukraine to give some of their mineral revenues.
The mineral agreement,
네,
right?
그래서 광물 수익에 대해서 많이 얘기하고 있잖아요. And Zelensky is saying, okay, maybe, but we want a guarantee. We want a promise that in the future we have security.
Right.
네, 미리 안보 약속 없이는 우리는 그거는 받아들일 수 없다고
That's right.
했어요. So this came up again during the discussion, and Zelensky said something. Then Vice President J.D. Vance said something, and it slowly became
Escalated.
bigger and bigger and escalated.
So basically, it was so bad after this happened, Trump made a comment. I mean, he didn't make it directly, but he was kind of like, well, we need to work with someone who can work with us.
Yeah.
So he was kind of saying like, maybe we need a new leader.
Yeah, he said, we need a Ukrainian leader who can negotiate with the U.S., who can negotiate with Russia.
Right.
네, 미국과 협상할 수 있고, 결국 러시아와 협상을 해 전쟁을 끝낼 수 있는 지도자가 필요하다.
Okay.
That's how he spoke. So it didn't say, get rid of Zelensky, but if you... getting very close to some very strong comments there.
So I heard that Zelensky, after this, he kind of, left after this heated exchange. And then he had mentioned on social media that, our relations will continue. But a lot of people are like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, afterwards, he just said, I believe in the relationship with the U.S., trying maybe to kind of calm down the situation. But we will see where this goes. People higher up in the U.S. government are making strong comments towards Zelensky. Europe right now is trying to decide how they want to react to
Right,
this.
because remember last week you had mentioned that Trump was like, okay, Europe, you handle this situation, right?
유럽인을 주도하는 안보 하는 게 필요하지 않을까 그런 코멘트 있었잖아요. Yeah.
So this summit talk, 정상회담, it was we had good intention, but it absolutely fell through.
Yes.
And the headline. So if something falls through, it means it fails to happen.
Yes.
It was a big disaster.
Right.
In this
yeah.
case. Yeah.
It is very similar to the word collapse. So if you think of a house that collapse, you can also say the house falls through.
Falls through.
It kind of... So you were trying to build something and it was not successful. A plan can fall through.
Right.
Right?
And usually you're kind of in the process.
Yes.
And then, you feel like it's going to happen. And then 진행 중인데
Yeah.
실패하는 거죠. Right? So, talks, negotiation, contract, the sale of your house,
Yes.
apartment can fall through.
A sale can fall through.
We found a buyer. 근데 막판에
Yeah.
그냥 실패한 거죠.
Yeah.
Right? So to fall through. All right. So, this was quite a scenario.
I'm sure this is not the end.
This is not the end.
This is
Yes,
not
that's
the
right.
end.
Let me read that again. In the aftermath of U.S. Ukraine summit talks falling through, the Trump administration has continued its all-out offensive against President Zelensky, even hinting at the possibility of replacing Ukraine's leader.